Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emma and I make art videos, and today I'm bringing you another create and chat video, which is where I answer your questions while also showing you some slightly sped up footage of a piece of art that I'm working on at the moment. And on my previous video I got a lot of comments saying that you did like the change, because before this I was showing you real-time footage. However, I thought it might be better if I just speed it up a little bit so you get to see more of the footage, but it's still slow enough that you can see what I'm doing. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear that noise in the background. It's been raining pretty heavily on and off, so yeah, if you can hear that, it's just the rain. And yeah, so for this video, I am still working on this painting. In the previous video you saw me sketching out my idea and transferring it onto the wood panel, and here I've already started painting it and I'm just currently working on the face. So I got some great questions on my previous video, so I'm going to go ahead and answer those right now. I've got one here from Alex Wilmot, and they've asked, did you ever get worried about getting a job in the arts industry after finishing college? And what have you done to help achieve your goals? I've only got 2 years to figure it all out and it's rather daunting. I know I want to do wildlife photography, but knowing where to start is scary. Okay, so I didn't worry at all about getting an arts job after my university degree. I don't know, I just didn't think it was something that I needed to worry about. For me, like, I've always known that I wanted to do YouTube and like be online. So I feel like for me, like, my approach is to, grow my online audience as much as possible compared to, say, submitting work to a gallery. And that's not to say that I won't ever do that. I might one day, but at the moment I really like focusing on my YouTube channel and art in general. And to achieve these goals, I have started uploading a lot more on YouTube and creating a lot more work. About 2 months ago, I have been putting all my time and effort into my YouTube channel and my art, and it has paid off. You know, my YouTube channel is doing a lot better than it was a few months ago. And yeah, like, if you didn't know, I upload 3 videos a week on this channel, and I've been creating a lot more art than I usually would be. So, I mean, yeah, that's what I've been doing at the moment. I definitely haven't completed my goals at all. I'm still working on it, but yeah, that's kind of my approach. And I mean, I have entered an art competition since I finished uni, and yeah, I haven't really done much else. After I finished uni, I kind of was in a bit of a slump with my art. Like, I feel like because I had done so much art at uni, I was just like, I need a break. And it took me a while to get back into it, but I'm really happy with where I'm at the moment, and just being able to focus and put a lot of time and effort into my art. So in your case, you say you want to be a wildlife photographer and you've got 2 years to figure it all out. And look, I wouldn't worry about having it all figured out by the time you finished your degree or course. Yeah, like, I think hardly anybody knows what they're going to do afterwards. And especially being an artist, there definitely are artist jobs out there, but I think they're a lot more difficult to find compared to other areas. So I wouldn't worry at all if you haven't figured it all out by the time you finish your degree. But to kind of help, like, if I was in your situation, firstly, I would build up a strong portfolio that you're really proud of, and I mean, you might already have this, you might not. So I'd go out, take photos, you know, gather your best work together and make sure you're happy with it. I feel like this is something that I kind of haven't really done until now. You know, I've kind of painted in a lot of different styles and explored different areas, and I mean, I did enjoy that. And I think at the end of my like last year of uni, I did kind of have like a solid body of work, but it's kind of like a style that I don't exactly want to be like replicating right now. Like, if you haven't seen my like pop art glitter paintings, you know, that's a very specific style, and for my last year of uni it was great to have all of that displayed. But I don't really want to be making like the same paintings like that at the moment, you know. Like, I definitely am incorporating parts of that work into my work now, but it's not exactly the same. So yeah, I would create a strong body of work, and then I don't know if you'd want to be going into like the gallery kind of scene. If you do, you could always submit them to galleries. Other options could be, you know, you could maybe submit your work to a wildlife magazine or a wildlife website. Or another thing is, I know there's a lot of artists that like to paint and draw animals. So you could even offer your photos as reference images for other artists. So yeah, there's kind of a bunch of things that you could do. It really depends on what you want to do. And yeah, that's only a couple of ideas that I have, but I'm sure there are other things that you can do. So good luck with it all, and I hope that kind of helped. Alright, so the next question is from Aesthetic Nitwit, and they've asked, on the subject of struggling to make a living as a creative, would you consider pursuing graphic design? I know some fine artists can have pretty wildly varying views on whether that would be selling out. I don't think that's selling out. You know, I think if you need a job, like you need to make a living, sometimes you have to have jobs that aren't exactly in the same field that you want to be working in, you know. I probably wouldn't pursue graphic design to be like a graphic designer like for the rest of my life. If I got the opportunity to be one, I might try, you know. If I was going to, you know, need another job in the future, then if there was like a casual graphic design job that I could do, then I'd probably do it, you know. At least it's, you know, kind of a creative field compared to, say, you know, retail work. But I wouldn't want to be a graphic designer. So yeah, I definitely don't think that's selling out, you know. You have to make a living somehow, and yeah. Alright, so the next question is from Khadija. I'm sorry about that pronunciation. And they've asked, with your larger pieces of art, do you only use wood panels or other materials? If so, how do you get them cut? Okay, so, I mean, within the past few years, I've actually mainly used canvases, especially while I was at uni. And it's only been probably this year that I've kind of really focused on using more wood panels. And I do still have some spare canvases, which I might use in the future, but kind of from now on, I do want to be just painting on wood panels. And I don't know, like with a stretched canvas, you know, when you're pressing on it, when you're painting on it, you know, the canvas is kind of moving a little bit, which I don't really like. And I don't know, I like painting on wood. So yeah, and how do I get them cut? I actually just buy mine from art stores. So if there's any other Australians out there watching this, the one that I'm painting on right now is actually from Eckersley's, and I got it, I think, early this year, and it was kind of a new thing that they had. They had a whole bunch, like packs of wood panels, and they had a huge setup of them. So as soon as I saw them, I was like, I need to get them. But before that, I kind of noticed a lot of art stores didn't really sell wood panels. I'm not sure why, but I could just never really find them until more recently. And I could also find some at Riot Art and Craft, although they've got the wood panels that are already gessoed. So they're white, they don't actually look like, you can't see the wood grain and everything. I actually do really like those ones. I painted my candy picture painting on one of them, and also the Veronica's glitter painting. But yeah, I just find them at art stores. I'm not sure what that's like for elsewhere in the world, but yeah, they're pretty easy to find these days. And we've got another question here from another Alex, and they've asked, how long did it take you to find your style? I'm 14 and a self-taught artist. I find it difficult to have a set style and it gives me so much stress. How do you deal with it? And also, how do you deal with art blocks? Okay, so you're 14, so I wouldn't worry at all about style. I would just focus on practicing, getting better, and like experimenting with lots of different styles. So if there's a bunch of artists that you like, a good exercise is to actually try and copy their work. And you know, you don't want to copy it and then post it online and be like, oh, this is my original artwork, you know. You just want to copy it for practicing purposes. You don't even have to show anybody. And that way, you know, you can kind of grab elements from those different styles to kind of make your own. I feel like that's how a lot of artists create their styles. And also, like, I feel like I don't even, you know, have my own style yet. And I'm sure I do have a style, like, but I think it's a lot more difficult to see, you know, yourself. And I only feel like it was kind of only recently that I've kind of sort of found my style. And you know, I'm 24, I'm 10 years older than you. So yeah, don't worry, just create art that you like, and just don't worry, especially because you're so young. I don't even think I was thinking about style when I was 14. But yeah, just keep drawing, keep creating, and you will get better and you will improve and your style will evolve. I feel like as artists, we are always going to be searching for our style, and we need to just accept that we're probably never going to be 100% happy. And I think that's pretty important, you know, like, I feel like as artists, you always want to be striving to be better, because if you get to a point where you're like 100% happy with it, then I don't know, like, what else is there to do? So yeah, I think, you know, it's good to be always wanting to be better and have a better style, because then you'll keep working. And your other question was, how do I deal with art blocks? And I'm pretty sure I've answered this in a previous video, but I will touch on it a bit here. Basically, I find looking at other art helps inspire me. Also, you know, watching movies, listening to music, and And I've mentioned this before, but if you get really stuck, I think it's great to write down and sketch out your ideas when you have them, when you are feeling really inspired, so that when you don't feel so inspired, you can look back on your notes and just be like, okay, I'm gonna draw this idea. It kind of takes the pressure off, and I have struggled a lot with the pressure of thinking up an amazing idea straight away, to the point where like I wouldn't make anything because I was so overwhelmed. And yeah, that's pretty much how I deal with it. And I mean, sometimes it is good to take just a little break, if you're getting frustrated at something, step back, take a break, come back to it, a few hours later or the next day, and that can also help. So yeah. Anyway, that is all the questions that I received on my previous Create&Chat video. And if you have any more questions for me, don't forget to leave them in the comment section below so that I can answer them in my next Create&Chat video. So yeah, that is all from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. I actually did these kind of exercises during my university degree. We had like a live model, they had a timer, and they would set it, for 10 seconds and then 30 seconds and then other times, and